I know you guys have heard while they sleep, you work. It's same kind of analogy, kind of same kind of way of conversating. It's while they party, you build. While everybody is going to the club on a Friday night, they just got their paycheck. You stay at home and you build. What are you looking for in a club? What are you looking for in a club? Really, like all you're gonna do is go there. There's gonna be a bunch of loud music. You're not even gonna be able to hear yourself with a person you came with, and then you're trying to go home with a bop. In all seriousness, what are you doing? You're not even VIP. When you come in there, you gotta wait in line. And that's the same thing that goes back to the conversation we were having about the 24-hour thing. You have 24 hours in a day, and you're wasting your time standing in line when you could be reinvesting your money into something. Because it takes money to enter a club. It takes money to enjoy the experiences of a club. You could be investing, you could be learning, you could be working on a craft. A lot of people dedicate themselves to a job for 10 hours a day, but can't even dedicate 30 minutes or an hour to themselves. You'd rather waste time going to a club where a bunch of low value women thrive. You're looking for a girl to have a one night stand. You're not looking for a long term fulfillment. And that may not be everybody's cup of tea, but what I'm trying to say is that there's nothing positive that comes out of going to a club, especially when you're in the grind stage of your life. What I believe is work hard, enjoy later. And I know people are going to say, but you never know when you're going to die, this. Are you supposed to just hope for the worst and be like, oh, so I'm just going to waste my life. I'm just going to do anything. How many people make it till their old ages? A lot of people on average. And obviously there's a lot of people who don't, but living your life to the fullest means taking each and every opportunity to develop yourself. I believe that's just an excuse for a lot of people to say, oh, I just want to chill. I just want to relax. I don't want to do anything. There's a lot of people who worked hard. There's a lot of people who focused on themselves, developed themselves, and are here today as old people to say, yeah, it was worth it. I did what I had to do. I had to grind. I had to dedicate my energy into my craft. So why will you decide to waste your time, your energy, your life on nothing? Really what I'm trying to say here is while these people are just clubbing, wasting themselves, and this is exactly how you get ahead. This is exactly, if you want to be the guy who's putting in work and people notice, this is exactly how you do it. We always hear the saying about, oh, go missing for this many days, this many hours. It's my cat in the background making noise for no reason. But they say, oh, go ghost for 6 months, do this, do that. And like, you're just like, oh, yeah, I gotta go ghost. I'll delete social media. I'll do all these things. But you're not putting in the hour. The problem here is not social media. The problem here is you. The problem here is you. You really just gotta dedicate your time. You can still have nice things. You can still have social media. But then you grind. You do what you have to do in order to get to where you want to be. The idea of getting rid of social media should be a thing where you're like, okay, like it's distracting me, and I'm actually gonna work. I'm actually gonna put in the time on what needs to be done. Not some sort of a scapegoat to make yourself seem busy and be like, oh, I'm doing this and I'm enjoying myself, blah, blah, blah. I'm working hard, and these guys are just scrolling on. My camera just died. So, yeah. A lot of people are just going to the club, wasting themselves, chilling for no reason, procrastinating on what has to get done. And then here comes Monday morning and they're like, damn, I just want to make more money. I just want to escape this 9 to 5 rhythm. I just want to do something else with my life. But if you had dedicated time to your craft, you'd woken up for yourself, if you would have showed up for yourself, then you would realize that, bro, it's really all in my control. I could really change my lifestyle. I could really push my life into a better light. You know, and I don't want anybody saying, oh, like, oh, some people were born rich, this. Yes, there's circumstances, definitely. There's definitely people who are born in worse circumstances and better circumstances than you. But you're also one of those people who are born in a better circumstances than someone in the worse circumstances. You know, that's how I look at it. Each and every single day, I'm like, yeah, I have one or two of those like feelings. I'll be like, damn, man, I wish I was rich. I wish I was born rich. I wish my dad had all this money and blah, blah, blah. But then I realize, at least I'm here. At least I'm not in a country where they're trying to stab me up, trying to blow up my building, trying to kill me for no reason. And that's some real shit. You need to realize your blessings and stop complaining like a little child. You got to be able to look at your circumstance and be like, okay, what can I do to better my lifestyle? Because just like all those people who were born rich, their father had to work for that money. So don't you want to be that father that your child, people are saying, oh, you're lucky you're in a rich family. Yeah, my dad worked hard. You want to hear that. You want people to be like, oh, my dad worked hard and you're the dad. You know, that's just the real shit. So if you want to get ahead, you want to be one of those people who grinds and gets ahead of every one of those people, stop going to the club and wasting your life. Dedicate your time, your energy into your craft. You know, instead, invest your money and use your time wisely. You know, really, that's all I gotta say for this video. I know these are like short videos, but these are really strong messages. I don't really gotta ramble. I don't really gotta repeat myself. I just gotta throw out that message for you guys to hear. And yeah, I really wish there were more people doing this shit when I was coming up. And I'm still coming up, but when I was younger. I wish I heard this shit when I was in junior high, because that shit would have definitely pushed me in a different level. You know, that's all I really gotta say for this video. Hope you guys are having a blessed day. Happy Easter, by the way. Take care. Love y'all.